What if your small gift was the lifeline that saved someone from drowning in debt? A fellow Muslim needs your help with his $7,000 credit card balance. Give now, and impact not only his life but yours too. He is barely breaking even, with no savings, and has accumulated $7,000 of credit card debt through extenuating circumstances. Yet, he has sincerely repented, is financially responsible and has taken the necessary steps to get out of this sin. That means his family living frugally with the burden of this debt for the next 3 years, plus crippling interest payments of $2,000. For the last 2 years, he has been struggling to keep his head above water because the only payments he can afford are nullified by high interest charges. He is so close, yet so far. Now, he is on the brink of drowning in debt. You can help him re-emerge today and lose the weight of debt that has been holding his family down for the past 2 years. Give to help him take the final step towards becoming debt-free again and provide financial stability for his family. In return, Allah, the Most Exalted, promises to ease your life and earn you limitless blessings, in this world and the next. Every gift makes an impact, on the one receiving and the one giving. May Allah, the Most Exalted, reward you for your generosity and support. Next, let's look in more detail at 1. Why should you help or what's in it for you? 2. How you can help or how to multiply your rewards. 3. Who you will help or that Muslim's life impacted by your gift. Consider the following prophetic narration. The beloved messenger, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever relieves the hardship of a believer in this world, Allah will relieve his hardship on the day of resurrection. Whoever helps ease one in difficulty, Allah will make it easy for him in this world and the hereafter. Whoever conceals the faults of a Muslim, Allah will conceal his faults in this world and the hereafter. Allah helps the servant as long as he helps his brother." From this beautiful reminder, here are 4 reasons why you should help a Muslim family clear their debts. By relieving the hardship of debt on a Muslim, Allah, the Most Exalted, will relieve your hardship on the day of resurrection. By helping ease the difficulty of debt repayment, Allah, the Most Exalted, will make it easy for you in this world and the hereafter. By concealing the faults of a Muslim indulged in interest, Allah, the Most Exalted, will conceal your faults in this world and the hereafter. The more you help a fellow Muslim get out of debt, Allah, the Most Exalted, will continue to help you in your struggles. As a Muslim, you understand the power of helping those in need. You can be that helping hand for a fellow Muslim burdened by debt. Imagine the relief and peace of mind you could bring to that fellow Muslim struggling to make ends meet. You can help by giving a small amount today of what Allah, the Most Exalted, has given you and make a big impact in someone's life tomorrow, as you reap the rewards promised by Him, now and forever. Your gift will not only help eliminate their financial worries but also ease your life and earn you limitless blessings in this world and the next. As per the noble Quran, the example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like that grain out of which 7 ears shoot forth. And then each ear bears 100 grains. And Allah multiplies even more for whom He likes. And Allah is infinite, all-knowing. Give to ease your life and multiply your rewards by 700. Now and forever. As mentioned earlier, Allah, the Most Exalted, will conceal the faults of the one who conceals the faults of his fellow Muslim. As a Muslim, you know that indulging in interest is a sin. This heinous problem's root cause is increasing debt, but repentance and repayment are the solutions. That said, your gift will go to a Muslim that has sincerely repented and is seeking help to pay off their debt. Thus, to conceal their sin, aliases are used and supporting documents are redacted. He is the head of a family who used to live a debt-free life. He was financially responsible, saved 2% of his income for emergencies and used cash for most purchases. He had temporary credit card debt, which he often paid off before interest accrued. He would donate 2% to charity, and spend 5% on his family. But that changed 2 years ago. Being unemployed during the pandemic lockdowns left him struggling to make ends meet. He depleted his savings but didn't stay down. He received some outside assistance and launched his own small business. As generating revenue is a challenging hurdle as a recent self-employed, he had to accumulate credit card debt to survive. His financial responsibility took a hit as he could no longer save for emergencies or use cash for purchases. He could no longer pay off the entire balance before the due date, and before he knew it, he was burdened by interest. He sincerely repented and took the necessary steps to get out of this sin. As a financially responsible person, he committed his family to a strict budget, eliminating unneeded expenses, and maintained a simple and cash-based lifestyle. He couldn't donate to charity anymore, and spending on his family was on a needs basis only. Despite living frugally, these extenuating circumstances resulted in maxing his credit card debt at over $7,000. He was stuck in a cycle of hardship, where interest charges would nullify any payment made towards reducing that debt. He regretted the negative consequences credit card debt had on him and his family, not to mention how it would affect them after he died. Still, he adhered to a plan to repay the large balance with the highest interest in fixed monthly amounts. Even though this option was over the shortest period and with the lowest total interest, it would still take him more than 3 years to clear the $7,000 debt, with over $2,000 extra in interest. But he made do with this least of evils. Despite these efforts, he is barely breaking even, with no savings. In fact, debt repayment is his family's third largest expense, 13%, after housing and food. The cycle of hardship persists. Significantly reducing debt is a constant struggle, due to the burden of high interest on his repayments. Due to the weight of this $7,000, and despite having no other debts, like loans or mortgages, his family can barely keep their heads above water. Taking on more debt is not an option, and he can only ask so much from relatives and friends. Now that his family is on the brink of drowning in debt, he's reaching out to the larger community for help. Please give generously to clear his debts for good. Or, at the very least, relieve his monthly payments. Although he only has $7,000 of credit card debt, he is stuck in a cycle of hardship where it is difficult to significantly reduce the debt because the only payments he can afford are nullified by high interest charges. He is so close, yet so far. Although his struggles with debt stemmed from extenuating circumstances, he has learned from his mistakes and is seeking your help not to repeat them. His track record proves he's financially responsible, and he doesn't have the bad habits to fall back into the trap of debt. Help him take the final step towards becoming debt-free again and save the 3 years it would take for him to clear these debts alone, and the $2,000 in extra interest payments. Your gift will break him free from this cycle of hardship and provide financial stability for his family. Thanks to your help, this could be him tomorrow. Instead of financing debt, he's saving 3% of his income for emergencies, donating 3% to charity, and spending 7% on his family. He only uses cash for purchases and, more importantly, has no credit card debt. He shows his gratitude by constantly supplicating to Allah, the Most Exalted, to help those who helped him. That is you. Give now to ease your life and earn you limitless blessings, in this world and the next. Every gift makes an impact, on the one receiving and the one giving. May Allah, the Most Exalted, reward you for your generosity and support.